Let me bring in Lieutenant General KJS Dhillon, former GOC of 15 Corps. He is a Kashmir defense expert. Sir, you know, it's a story that revisits us, and every time we ask, as a nation, what do we tell these families?
Good evening, Maria, and yes, it's a very sad incident which happened yesterday, and a terror attack against the innocent civilians who are unarmed and who had no capacity to retaliate. Killing people in front of their children, their wives, their parents, and their sisters. I think this is not jihad. This is not any jihad or whatsoever. This is no liberation war. This is no act in support of the Kashmiri people. This is pure, simple criminal act, a heinous criminal act, a barbarian act. And Pakistan has indulged in something which will be in the history to know that this is the type of state and this is the type of people it produces and this is the type of mindset it produces. Now, having said that, if you see the similarities between what the army chief Asif Munir said a few days ago and what actually happened on the ground. He said Kashmir is a jugular vein. And on ground, they coincided this section or terrorist act with the US President's visit on Prime Minister's visit to Saudi Arabia so that it can get the maximum coverage and the world will take note of it. He said Hindus and Muslims are two different people and this religion is better than that religion. On ground here in Pahalgam, the terrorists segregated people on the basis of religion and killed those who belong to a particular faith, that is Hindu faith. So this is an act which is not planned by the terrorists. It is an act which is planned by Pakistan military inside Pakistan. And it's the most shameful act. And it's not an attack on terrorists. It's an attack on Kashmiri people, the poor Kashmiri people's livelihood. Unke पेट पे टांग मारी है ये. And this act will prove that local dhaba walas, the tea shop owners, the restaurant owners, the pony walas, the sumo walas, Kashmiri artifact seller, Kashmiri dry fruit seller, the people who work in the hospitality industry, and what have you, everyone whose livelihood was dependent on the tourists. Now the tourists are going back and their livelihood is affected. That means the terrorists have created a situation where local Kashmiri's livelihood is affected. And on the other hand, they say they're fighting it or they're doing it for the cause of Kashmiri people. Today, whole of Jammu and Kashmir is up in arms against them. Everyone is calling for hartal and a bandh in support of peace and against these Pakistani terrorists. So this is not jihad. This is no liberation war. This is pure, simple criminal act by some heinous people. They have no morality, and Pakistan as a state has shown itself in further bad light to the world that they are the fountainhead of the terror, they are the exporters of terror, and the failed state within.
Why kill tourists? They have traveled for vacationing. I mean, the location which has been chosen is again high on the sheer irony, I would say. That's mini Switzerland. Here are families there to have fun, and then four terrorists or three terrorists arrive and then they kill them point blank. The women are there mourning the loss of lives of their husbands, of their fathers, of their brothers. You know, Sir, Lieutenant General Dhillon, I mean, I'm short of words to describe what it would be going, because, you know, when you say that they have struck at the very nerve, which is economy of Jammu and Kashmir, that's the fact, because only last year, the tourist footfalls was at an all-time high. You know, just look at this visual of a naval officer's wife. They were on a honeymoon.
Yes, Maria, you started a question with why kill the tourists? These cowards have killed the innocent, unarmed tourists because they do not have the guts to take on the might of Indian security forces. They do not have the guts to take on the establishment. They do not have the guts to go and attack a security forces camp or security forces people. So what they do, they will come and hit the innocent civilians, the children, the lady, 83-year-old man. No religion says that you kill an 83-year-old man. No religion says you kill a woman. They've done all that which is against the religion teachings. Because they cannot do it to the security forces, so they have chosen the easier path. And then they are wanting that world will have a look at it and world will think Kashmir is still an unresolved agenda. World is looking at it as a Pakistan, a terrorist state. Pakistan, a failed state. Pakistan doing acts against the humanity. This is what the world is looking at. And I think they have failed totally in this. And talking about the young 6-day-old married couple, a naval officer and his wife, I think that picture which is on your screen, on the right side, this picture is going to haunt the Pakis for the rest of their lives. This picture is going to ensure that Pakistan and the Pak industry of terror gets hit where it hurts, where it bleeds, and where it pains. And they will get hit very, very hard. And if they try and do something in return, the retaliation will be so crushing and so massive that Pakistan will remember for the generations to come.
Lieutenant General, my last question to you, and we certainly hope that tourists who have plans, maybe not immediately, in near future, from people from across India, they continue to travel to Kashmir and kill that design, the evil design of these terrorists, Pakistan-backed terrorists, because they want to send that message that Kashmir is an unresolved agenda, as you said, and they want the tourism to stop. They want those who are dependent on tourism to suffer. That's the larger agenda. They want Kashmiris to suffer. They want Indian citizens to suffer.
Yeah, Maria, I was in Kashmir for 4 days. I returned on Monday late evening. In fact, I landed, I took a 6:45 flight in the evening, and Tuesday this happened. I have seen in Srinagar and areas around the number of tourists, the way they're happy, they were enjoying themselves, and the local Kashmiri, chahe wo shikara wala hai, chahe wo houseboat wala hai, chahe wo hotel wala hai, chahe wo restaurant wala hai, or he may be a taxi driver, they all were so happy and feeling so thrilled because they were earning their livelihood. Their children are going to school, there are no hartals, their shops are opening, people are coming and buying stuff, the economy is booming, the Kashmiris are very happy with the peace because they are now the biggest stakeholder in the peace which is prevailing. So the point which you made, the tourists for the time being may get a little scared or maybe apprehensive. Some of them will go back, some of them will cancel their flights and the hotel bookings, but majority of them will come to Kashmir because local Kashmiris are against it. The response of local Kashmiris, what we saw today, I have never seen this in the last 35 years or 40 years of my service in Kashmir. The way they got together and everyone in no unequal terms, equivocal terms, they condemned this act and they came out on the streets shouting against Pakistani terrorists. So this is a very welcome step. And when the locals are against the terrorism has to fail. It will fail. And when the locals are supporting the tourists, you heard that video where that old man is telling, "Beta koi baat nahi, aap parwah mat karo, hum aapke saath hain." Now that is the sentiment of a local Kashmiri towards the tourists. Because tourist is his livelihood. So tourists will continue, the tourism will continue, the yatra will happen, yatra will be successful. However, for a little phase, there may be a dip, but it will pick up again, and I have full faith in the security forces. They are quite capable of handling it and getting to justice those who have carried out this heinous act. And as a national response, as a response of the whole of country, I think Pakistan will be a total lesson for indulging in something like this.
Lieutenant General KJS Dhillon, appreciate your time.